rocking with my man DJ Duke. It's your boy Will, man. I'm rocking out with my boy DJ Duke. What's up, y'all? This is G-Dave, and I'm rocking out with DJ Duke. Coalition got the city on lock. Like a brother, treat you like a friend, treat you like a lover.
That was like 3 years ago. The DJ Booth Radio Show, y'all. What's up? We back. Hopefully they don't cut me off because Duke playing this music.
Vegas checking out. What up, Vegas?
Yo, you already know it's your boy Dave East. I'm out here cold with the DJ Booth Radio Show. East up. It's the greatest of all time. I'm rocking out with.
You just was talking about it. We got a good show lined up today, y'all. We got a returning guest from the beginning of the show. When we first started. We almost 200 episodes in.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ, and I'm rocking out with DJ
Don't say nothing,
No, I'm good. I'm gonna keep it cool. I don't want y'all to hate on me.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. They cut it. Huh?
DJ Chicken Box was good. Powered by JD. What up? Kid, what up?
Hmm? It's probably locked.
But you already know it's vocal water, man. Make sure y'all get that vocal water. I mean, I had a sub today. So this is a substitute water. All right, J. Okay, it's cool. Chicken Box, what up? Daylight, what up? Dre the artist was good. Imperial Design, I see you. What's good? Yeah, DJ 5 Star was good. What up? What up? What up? Two great guests today. Tyler Michelle in the building. Y'all remember QQ Martin from ISIS back in the day? That's Talk Heavy.
What you're going through, I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. Down with you. Oh, it's true. I wanna be down. I know anybody's gonna. What up? It's your boy DJ Duke, man. Hey, listen, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, you trying to get a seat, well, you already in the seat, you want to be tuned up. LA Fitness got you, man. Visit my guy Jeff over at the Lansdowne location. He got you covered. And you know what's really crazy? LA Fitness Lansdowne has the cleanest facility I've ever been in. The equipment is crazy, and most important, the bathrooms are super clean. You can get fit out of my guy Jeff LA Fitness. DJ Duke, peace.
Whoa. What up, DJ?
What up?
Hey,
DJ
what up, Ash?
Duke, DJ Knowledge,
Hey,
Ash.
I gotta start the show. We got BMF Cash on the check-in right now.
Hey, Cash.
BMF is the hottest series in the world. Shout out to my fam. And we gotta start our official sponsor, BMF Moscato, and one official sponsor. If you need a BMF Moscato, it's expensive. But it's it's black owned, black operated. You know the campaign.
Shout out to man Cash, bro.
BMF Cash,
shout out it's man
the whole
love, bro.
fan, Free Big Meats, Southwest Tea was good, all that good stuff. Also, our official sponsor, Malt Vodka. I'm sorry we had to let it go. Our new official sponsor, Vodkilla. Vodkilla has welcomed me with open arms. So last Friday I DJ'd the event. So shout out to Vodkilla. I gotta get y'all some tasting. Mr. Cheeks, the original, the OG, the large boy, Mr. Cheeks. His new vodka is called Vodkilla, coming to a store near you. Real heavy in New York, of course, Harlem, Queens, things like that. So it's all good. Do I sound like a New Yorker? No, okay.
Nah, not
you
yet.
see the really from New York, okay. Anyway, shout out to that. But how was your weekend, Alex?
Yo, the weekend was dope. Shout out to Brandon and Aaron. They did the Air Max celebration over at Annex Lounge.
Okay.
I got the DJ.
And,
it was 90s.
Damn.
Bro, you was out of town.
Okay. He got me ass. Okay.
Yo, it was like I got to play. I ain't get to play everything, but I got to play old school hip hop. Yeah, I was playing old school hip hop. Everybody had a great time. From what I understand, it was lit. Like I was on the second floor DJing, so I ain't see what was going on the first floor. But they said,
you talking shit.
They said it was lit.
You talking shit, Tyler. You know,
the second floor was jumping.
It don't matter what type of DJ they had on the first floor.
It was all through the club. I was DJing all through the club.
Oh, because I thought you were talking shit.
No, I'm saying I couldn't see what was going on the first floor.
It's okay.
As far as people. But on the second floor, it was
Charlie
Rudolph. It was nice.
Okay.
It was nice.
You do any golfing?
No golfing. It was too damn cold.
What's up with the Charlie Rudolph shirt? What's up with that?
Shout out to Tip. She make these. So
okay.
I was like, yo, let me get that.
Okay.
Because it go with the hat. She did the hats for me, matter of fact. So
okay. That I still haven't received.
Which you haven't paid for.
All the sponsorships, we brothers.
Bro.
We're gonna talk about
that's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. If anybody that should support you, it should be a brother.
We're gonna talk about that. We're talking about the black dollar. Buy black, sell black.
Right.
Ash, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Letting the hair out.
It was okay.
The growth was crazy.
I had to relax. Thank you. I had to relax. I had a lot of anxiety over the weekend, but everything is good. So
okay.
It was good.
I'm glad you're feeling better with that.
Thank you.
Maybe I guess in future we get that's not a nice topic for a show to try to because a lot of people deal with that. Yeah, I think I did. What's the other word? Anxiety. Anxiety is when you feel like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's like honestly,
I deal with that.
Panic
attack.
It's like a panic attack.
Yeah.
You, I do. Like, feels like the world is coming down at you. Like, and it could come from anywhere. You could be washing dishes, and next thing you know, you feel like your heart start beating fast. You could be thinking about something, and I'm anxious, so I brought on an anxiety attack plus stress. So,
Yeah.
But I got rest and
It's
I feel good.
You never glow.
Thank you.
You're glowing.
Thank you.
Do you think the rest is what, or lack of rest, should we say, is what contributed to it? Stress compound.
Stress, lack of rest, not eating properly, and not being hydrated.
Oh properly. Yeah, all that together, absolutely.
All that together will create you, and not taking a seat for a second.
Yeah,
just constantly running,
Yeah.
And then you're reading, and then you're here, and then you're there, and then it's like, at what point are you going to get some rest?
You gotta rest.
Rest, and then atmosphere, having to be in certain places. It's like you don't really, in your mind, is not there.
As
like
you gotta.
Yeah,
because if you're going to be out,
do a Will Smith moment.
No,
if you're going to be
do a Will Smith moment.
That's the new sound. We didn't even talk about.
No, I'm not about to do all that.
If you're going to be out, out herbal and mental and calm and vibe, you gotta have your shit together.
So I had to shut down. People upset with me. I don't care. You guys get over it. Like that I'm not answering the phone or something. But I had to disconnect. Yeah. Like sometimes it's important to just disconnect. Absolutely. Social media, family, friends.
I'm thinking about doing that today.
Like I fast for a day and I didn't do it properly because I did not get the proper rest before I fast. So I was weak.
Oh, you was weak, yeah.
So it was crazy, and it was a good time mentally for me to do it. But for the most part, you gotta know what you're doing and you gotta do it at the right time.
I don't think I can fast though.
Yeah, you can, because you miss meals. Because you're out on the go and you go and stop at crazy joint or whatever and get all these meals.
I just ate today, just now. Shout to St. Mary. They always look out for me. St. Mary. I was supposed to be DJing last week, so I'm sorry. But they gave me a nice care package today. I got jerk. I got large jerk, whole jerk chicken. Like the whole entire chicken. The macaroni. Yo, they look
the whole chicken?
With macaroni.
Come on, man.
Macaroni.
I didn't know you eat that.
It's these moments.
Cabbage. And I got 3 wings on the side. It was really good. That's what I was in the car eating. So, but all jokes aside, though, shout out to Morning Checker. Everybody know, last week I was in the hospital, week before last, for my diabetes. So I do have to change the way I eat. But it's very difficult. When I get stressed, I eat.
Yeah.
So this morning,
some people do that too.
I'm stressed every hour. Everybody knows the phone calls. Every hour I'm stressed doing business.
Was he not here last week? That's why I said this. Take a minute and figure out what stressed you out. Like why is it still stressing you out?
Chris Sports was good. Hey. Yeah. So, but hey, guess what? We got a day one in the building.
Yes.
Day one when we first started. Shout out to Radio 1 Baltimore. We still don't air there. We still pushing there. WLB, all that good stuff. One of my day one. I'm so excited because I've always been a fan. Shout out to Queen Bee for introducing us. And since then, I've been playing her records, and I always play her drop. I think you got the most played drop at all my parties. So we got the one and only Tyler Michelle in the building. What up?
Tyler Michelle, what up? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you knowledge.
Man, I can add him in there.
Yeah, he going on the edited version.
Ain't no problem.
Okay, what up, Tyler?
What is going on?
How you feeling? Thanks for coming.
No problem. I'm excited.
We're excited. So what's going on with you?
I'm about to drop my project April 16th. So that's what I've been working on this whole time.
Okay.
I'm excited about that.
Nice.
So, so what is the project? The name of all that good stuff?
So the name of the project is To Whom It May Concern. And I named it that for 2 reasons. Because I always write songs about people. So I feel like the people that do know me and they be like, is this song about me? It might be. It might be. And the other reason is for just that if people can relate, then, that song is for you. So that's the 2 reasons why I named it that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's the only. So no other personal experiences made you say.
What you mean?
Like, have you ever? Did somebody make you feel like that?
Mm-hmm. Like I always write about my personal experiences.
Yeah. So people thought you being shady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that ain't true. Sometimes we don't even be shady. It'd be like, yo, I'm not even being shady. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So whom this may concern.
Right. If you feel that kind of way, you can take it. If you feel
like the shit fit, then wear it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
It's always good to have a real celebrity in the building. I just feel really good today. You know, like to have a real celebrity in the building. You know what I'm saying? Got the team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got the camera crew coming.
I feel bad. I ain't got the waters.
It's okay.
JD, you dropped the ball today. All the days not to bring the water, JD. We got a day one in the building. Now, I'm so happy for your success.
Thank you.
So you move in Baltimore. Well, give us a little background, because I know, but people that don't know your story.
Okay, so if you don't know my story, then I just put out a song on Valentine's Day. It's called To Whom This May Concern. So it's the intro to my project, and it tells my story that happened over the last 4 years. So, you know, in the song, I start from the beginning when I was doing covers on Instagram, and I was like, I always was singing, right? But modeling was my thing. That's how I got, you know, the followers and stuff like that. So when I switched over to singing, it was because people was like, you need to sing, like, because I was just putting the covers on Instagram just to have fun, just in the car with my best friend. I did it all the time.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, well, maybe I should start. So what I did, I started working with a lot of people, and in the song, you know, it tells you everything that I went through, but I literally felt like I was sold a dream. That's one of the worst feelings because you be so excited. And I'm young at that. I put out my first song when I was 18. So during that time, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be perfect. A year later, then I moved to LA. And that was probably the worst experience of my life.
What?
And you would think, yes.
Moved to LA?
Some people would say that's gonna be interesting to hear.
Exactly. You would think that it would have been like, oh my gosh, like in the beginning, of course. But it was a lot. And I wasn't singing, and I think that took a toll on me. And I felt like I was isolated a little bit. So that was that. So when I came back home, I came back for like a couple weeks because we had the quarantine. That's when COVID first was going crazy. And the airport shut down, LAX shut down. So I had no way to get back. Somebody in the airport had COVID or something like that. So I had no way to get back, which was a good thing because it was a sign that I needed to stay home and focus on doing my music. So that happened, and I put out my first EP called Long Story Short. So I put that out, and then after that, I started working on this. And this project I think it's really special to me because when I was almost done the project, right? I feel like all artists need to have a hard drive. And I was really, I'm not gonna say dumb, but I didn't have a hard drive. So I had everything on my phone, everything in my email. And then it got to the point where like I was getting an airdrop. So it was getting airdrops to my phone. It's not in my email no more. I lost my phone. So I lost everything. I lost the whole project. So I had to, and I was very sad about it. I was depressed a little bit because I was almost done, you know? So after that, I was like, I got to start over. And I started from scratch from when I lost my phone. And I feel like it's so much better than what I ever did before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that stuff with artists as far as having a hard drive.
You need one.
So when you left Baltimore the first time I had an interview, you went to LA to pursue your career. So that's where it started.
Yes. That's exactly where it started. That's when I started to learn myself too. What I like, what I needed, what I didn't like, you know, what suits me, what doesn't. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
So did you feel like you could make it here in Baltimore, or there was an opportunity?
No, I feel like it was an opportunity. I mean, who wouldn't want to go across the country to live your dream, you know? Right. But when you get there and the reality hit and you're by yourself and you're 19 years old, it's like, wait a minute. No.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
It's
I met a lot of people. Like I
Yeah.
met a lot of people and did a lot of networking, but for the most part, it was not what anybody would expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough over there. I mean, when I went over there, it was like everybody you meet pretty much is coming over there for a dream. Like it's so many people from somewhere else over there, and you'd be surprised. Like people is like they like coming together like three in an apartment. Sleeping on the couch because the money, the rent's so high.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, I didn't go to LA. We supposed to went one time. Like you went.
I went for the ASCAP.
Right, I didn't go
for the ASCAP.
But shout out to people over there. Shout out to Jay Stone over there. Yeah. I don't know what part of LA it is. I can't remember. Comp out there. But he comes back and forth for that.
Yeah.
So we got a couple people.
Yeah, I got some friends out there. It's like once you get, they always say once you get past like your first like year or two, then you'll be all right.
Okay.
Because it's tough the first year or two, especially if you're not working or you just trying to go out there, like she said, on a dream. You're an artist, you're a musician, you trying to go out there and live the life, but it's different. It's like it's tough.
Yeah, it's
very
tough.
Much so.
Yeah,
it seems like a lot. So I know we always ask at the end of the show. Let's start. How important is a DJ?
A DJ is very important. I feel like it's like the main promoter of the artist. Like how else is your music going to get out there? You know, it's essential. So
what's your relationship with DJs?
I need to build better relationships. I know that's one thing. But you need to have a close relationship with the DJ. Like I said before, it's very important because that is like your promoter. Like that's your number one person that's gonna display your music to everybody.
That's pushing out there. My husband DJs, of course, as works in entertainment as well, fashion stuff. It's like, and I'm a coalition DJ as well. So we try to bridge the gap.
Right.
So which one? I know it's kind of on the spot because we didn't go over it.
Oh,
But
gosh.
what's the way that we can bridge the gap from? Well, what's the issue you think with DJs and artists, connection wise? I think we both respect each other, but what's the reason we can't just click?
I don't know. That's a good question. You did put me on the spot. Okay.
Right. It is a tough question. It is a big deal to a lot of artists. A lot of people who have this issue.
I don't know. I think that communication, I think, would be a big thing, because if you're not on the same page, or the DJ feel like you need to do this, but you feel like something different as the artist, you know, you're the face of it, so you need to have good communication between both of y'all.
Yeah, I think it's a big respect thing. I think that as artists, like, you have to respect the DJ, whether he's in a club starting out, $50 dude, whatever the case is, or he's envy or whatever. You have to respect, but also DJs have to respect artists.
Exactly.
And it's not always be about money.
That's
so
true.
It's like, if you go to a club and the DJ's actually charge you to play your song.
Right.
How you feel about that?
That never happened to me, but like to think of it is like, okay, I don't know.
I don't like it. I remember the first time I had to have it. I was at Pagey with Raw Flavor, with, you know, as a mentor, and the dude was like, "Yo, play my song. You like $20." I didn't even put Raw out that day, but I was like, "Nah, I'm good, yo. I ain't gonna charge you." I was like, "Shit, took that $20." So I get a lot of DJs make money off of it, but I just don't feel like charging somebody for what they do is a good thing. How you feel about it now?
Yeah, I don't charge nobody to play that music. Like, nah. I feel like well, first of all, as a DJ, for me, I'm in it for the love. I love music. So if you give me some music and I feel like it's worth me playing it, I'm gonna play it just on the strength because I love the music.
But not right then and there. You don't do what I do.
I don't do. Yeah, don't pop up on me like, yo, play it.
He might do it for you, right? But if you walk up, like, yo, you gonna play my song?
Yo,
you'll be like, nah.
I will be like, nah, yo.
It's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And especially with the money in, like, I think we talked about this before. Somebody came to me and was like, yo, can you play such and such? And they tried to throw some money at me. Yeah. So me being young and not knowing, I took it.
You ain't that young.
Right? I was playing all this Jay-Z. He wanted to hear all Jay-Z. Again, he wanted to hear all. Again, he wanted to hear.
How old are you now?
He wanted to hear all Jay-Z.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So I played Jay-Z. I went to I played like 10 Jay-Z songs.
I remember this day. It was Hazelwood, wasn't it?
Yeah, I played like 10 Jay-Z songs. Then I played 1 or 2 other songs.
Yo, came back to the
niggas play with you a lot. He came back to the booth like, yo, I said all Jay-Z. I'm like, bro, here you go. Take your money.
Why you let niggas play with you like that, yo?
Yo, here you go. Stupid shit stuff.
Nigga made you play Jay-Z?
No, he did not make me play Jay-Z.
What's the more of the story? Like, you can't, you just, it was never enough, bitch.
Yeah, it was never enough.
And if I was paying, it was like he owned me.
He owned me. Like, I was his jukebox. And I said, no, take your money, sir.
In some ways.
I gave the money back. Like, nah, it wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth the headache.
I got it. So Tyler, have you ever walked into like a party or driving the car and just hear your song on the radio or in the club?
I did. The first time I heard my song on the radio was the Keep It Cool song that I did with Turk. And I was in the car. I was on my way to work and I was working overnight. And I was on my way to work. As soon as I turned the car on, I heard it was like Tyler Michelle featuring. I'm like, what?
You called out.
No, I didn't. I cried though. I cried.
That was a good moment.
I cried. I made a video and I was like, no. And the first thing and I was like, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hey,
Mom. Everybody say, everybody. All right. Respect the mother. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first person I called and I cried. I was so excited.
That's a big moment.
It is.
That is
I
a
was
big
so
moment.
excited.
Yeah. What was your mom's reaction?
She was like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was an exciting moment for everybody.
I got you. So we got another guest in the building as well.
Oh, yeah.
The famous. What is your name for people that might not know?
I am Kiki Martin.
Right? How you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful. I can't complain. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it, man. So today we got 2 big celebrities today.
Yeah.
We you know what I'm saying? We made it out 3 years.
The DJ Booth Radio Show, we made it.
Radio 1 Baltimore, we made it. I feel special.
I feel special.
Families outside.
Yeah.
The car wash, like, what's going on?
I had to tell them next door to clear the parking lot so they can land the helicopter.
Yeah. That wasn't that funny. So we do another thing here, right? See, I ask you, don't start.
Duke is a natural hater.
So I'm trying to be a comedian. Well, I'm aspiring. Right? So
okay.
We don't do that today?
No.
Okay. We do a funny meeting.
Can we talk to Miss Kiki?
I'm sorry. All right, Miss Kiki, how you feel? I like the oil set.
Thank you. I gotta always represent.
I appreciate it.
I left here when I was 16. I was born and raised in Baltimore, but I did leave to go to LA when I was 16. I spent majority of my adult life there up until a couple years ago. But I never forget where I come from. So
What's the chances of that?
Oreo hats.
Nice.
Both went to LA.
Both went to LA.
Both. She went to LA as well.
Mm-hmm.
So. I'm trying to think. What started? What gave you the ambition to want to be a singer? What gave you that push?
Well, I've been singing for so long. I started off in talent shows very young. They were called Daniel Payne scholarships, and it was me, Cisco, Chris Featherstone, a lot of young, talent that used to do these talent shows. And then after that, I went on to go to Peabody Conservatory. After that, I went to Twigs at Baltimore School for the Arts. Ended up, start Baltimore School for the Arts my freshman year. Left Baltimore when I was 16. My mom moved us for work to go to LA. So I transferred to the LA School for the Arts. So, it's always been innate and it's always been there and it's always been in me. And I've always cultivated my craft and studied, immensely. So, it's always been, a part of me.
Nice.
What's your support system like? Has it always been?
Oh my God, it's been amazing. I've had great support from my family. I've known very young that music was my life and it was something that I wanted to do. So at a very young age, I had a great support system, even up until now.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you that as well. How's the support? I mean, I see you saying it. I mean, the whole security team is here. How's your support system?
I don't think I could top her answer. I feel like the exact same way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I got a question, Miss Kiki.
Time.
Yes.
One of the things you said just now was you studied. So we have a young artist here who's in the game.
Okay.
But if you was talking to her, but not just her, but young female artists,
yes,
what would you say for them to study? Because I think that's not a part of the game that people mention.
Yeah, and what's so crazy is that people being in the industry for so long, one thing I get about myself is that I'm usually very, very humble, but I take pride in the fact that I'm more than just an artist. I'm a musician. I read music. I have relative pitch. I've been through musical theater and I did all of that in school and learning and all that kind of stuff. So I would say, musicianship is very, very important. Set aside from just being an artist, understanding and really learning your craft is very, very important. And I would say, even if it was vocalizing or getting with a vocal coach or, learning your scales and, all those kind of things, you want to be prepared, regardless of what comes up. If you have to, read a score or script or, if you get casted for some kind of musical theater presentation or whatever, you always want to be prepared. And, I'm thankful that I was able to have that type of experience.
And did you have any mentors coming up?
Yeah, definitely. My vocal coach at Baltimore School for the Arts was my mentor. Even after I got with ISIS and I got, signed and all that kind of stuff, I would actually go home like in between touring just to go see her.
Okay.
Just to, tighten up my pipes.
Right.
To, go back and come back to Baltimore and say, hey, Miss Young, I started out with you. And I know, even though I was trained classically and we only did classical music, I wanted to go back to her because that was my roots. And I know that I was able to have the type of talent that I was able to have by, being, having my lessons and being trained. And, she was definitely.
And just to add on to that, because let's go a little further, because us young people tend to think that we don't need mentors. Absolutely. We don't need help. Yeah. We don't need somebody to kind of like that's been there or in it to kind of help us. So what is the importance of having that person that you can lean on or talk to or mentor or person that you can go and draw from?
I think that's important. I think that's extremely important. And, like for example, I'm blessed to have 1924 Music Group.
Shout out to the fam.
Ivory and I came up the same time and had similar experience, but I look at him as a mentor. He's my CEO and he is somebody that I can go to, somebody that I trust to guide me and trust in leadership. And I look at him as a mentor. And I think that's very, very important. I think every artist needs to have a mentor, somebody that they can trust that is going to lead their artistry.
Yeah,
I agree. I think as a whole, we all need mentors in
that's why we can go around
any business.
Let's shout them out.
Yeah.
Shout out
My family is my mentor.
Okay.
Number one mentors. I don't think they will ever steer me wrong. Even when it comes down to what I'm putting out or how I'm writing something, I feel like the first people I go to is them.
Yeah.
That's big.
Now,
I got a couple, but one of my main mentors would probably be my dad, both my dads, and then I'm seeking out mentors more so now when it comes to different industries because I'm in different industries.
Yeah, so it's multiple.
I'm seeking mentorship in each individual industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Ash?
I would say it was my dad. My dad was my mentor. Now that he's not here, like in the physical aspect, I look to different, whatever craft I'm doing or whatever I'm seeking knowledge in, I go to look at the best of whoever that person was, and I look at their material. And so I guess you can say that is mentorship in a way, because I'm reading up on them to know what journey they took.
And also, you have to pay attention who brings the best out of you. You know,
that's so I like
when
you
you're
said,
working,
that's so true.
Like
when you're in the studio, when you're working, when you're who brings out the best.
You had like different type. I know, like on my end, I'm the same way, different everything. But I would say number one, probably 5-star, probably DJ 5-star, just because the business. He's like, I call him like an action figure DJ. Like a Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of lane I'm in.
Yeah.
So where you own clubs, buildings, how you just in the different businesses off of DJing. So I would say definitely 5-star. I think that would probably be my biggest mentor.
Yeah.
Overall, but I
That's
do
a
have
good
different
one,
ones in different
avenues, right? Yeah.
Especially, you know, I gotta shout out the check. Gotta shout the check. I said the boss out. You know what I'm saying? I said that's the boss. That's the boss back there. You didn't catch that.
I caught it.
You caught it.
I caught it. See, the boss don't always want you to tell everybody the boss. See, that's where you fucking up.
Yeah, I like the clothing line, man. What's that Lord's Over Free?
What happened to do? No, I got some merch in the car.
It's okay. Shout out to Redway. Shout out to Redway on the check and Timmy Bowl. All right, so Marlon. So this weekend I had the pleasure of working with Macy's. Last Saturday at Towson. This Saturday with Macy's and security. Then Florida coming up with Macy's. So are you still modeling? What's going on with your modeling?
You know, I haven't modeled in forever.
So what you doing?
What?
Saturday?
I know. I haven't.
Where the manager? What are you doing
like,
Saturday? But no, but seriously though, like, so do you want to get back into the modeling or right now?
I definitely do. I want to get back into everything. I want to get back into acting. I want to get back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the last 2 years I felt like I lost myself. So me, getting everything back. Of course, I want to do
everything.
That's
something in the music, right? The new project. What's your name one more time?
To Whom It May Concern.
Okay, so you're doing like a mix. I don't know if I asked you. Are you doing like a release party? Or?
So that's what I'm thinking about. I think I do want to do a release party. And I was just talking to my family about that. I wanted to do a release party and invite all the DJs and give them like, the whole project.
Actually,
something about it.
What is actually? This is April 1st. So Coalition. Have you ever heard of Coalition DJs?
Say it again.
Coalition DJs. So we're over now. So I think it's about 7,000 or 8,000 of us, right? So we have new music Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday. So in Baltimore we do new music Wednesdays every first Wednesday. So actually this Wednesday we have club downtown.
Okay.
But so when the project comes out, next
the 16th.
16th. Oh, so it can't be. So yeah, so we'll talk about that. But that's a dope thing. But the modeling coming back, acting coming back. What else you got? You sewing. Cooking. That was funny. I mean, I said that one knowledge. Okay, look, he get mad at my jokes here. He get mad at my jokes here. Look at my little brother.
This guy.
My little brother.
He's a funny guy.
So cooking, why do you cook? Family day.
Listen, I'm learning. I've been practicing everything. Everything I made so far has been good. But I do want to get back into writing for other people again.
Okay, back to writing. Okay, now can you cook?
I can cook. Can you vouch for me, brother?
It's okay. It's still Women's History Month. Right? It's okay.
We came back from Atlanta. And me and my camera guy, we was stranded. We had caught COVID. Nobody wanted to be around us. She dropped food off on Christmas around that time. We wasn't able to be around nobody.
Yeah, so sad.
So she dropped breakfast brunch off and then came back with dinner, man.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Was it good? Anytime.
Was it good?
Anytime you
I
add.
paid her to make the pasta.
make the pasta again.
You know, speaking, I know you about to say
Anytime
something.
you say Lord at it must have been good. You said yes, Lord.
I about to say something about the pay. Like so Knowledge has a hat brand. I want everybody to go support Southwind. Southwind.
Yes.
Right. Now I feel as I deserve a hat. Right. He feels though I should pay for this hat. Right. I don't know. At some point, when is it okay to give your friend a hat or a sweatsuit? Is that still supporting?
Yeah, I don't make them pay for none of my money.
Right, but
I just pay, though,
sometimes
I'm a starving clothes.
You know how much his haircuts cost? It's outrageous.
No way.
He's a barber.
Don't
bro.
No,
bro.
Ask him how much you paid today.
But listen, that's only because
you paid today.
But I should have got a hat with it.
See, he don't want to be direct.
I paid $25.
He don't want to. $25.
That's still a lot of money, yo.
My price is $30.
That's not cheap.
I'm not one of them travel barber too, right?
I do travel, but
please,
I'll go to.
You travel out of town and don't tell you. I don't want to make sure about knowledge. I mean, how you feel about that? I know you got the book.
Yo, terrible,
out of town without telling you. What you feel about that?
I'll be
right.
Hey,
listen, on that, sir.
Listen.
Speak on that. Right.
I'm phasing out the barber world.
You know what I'm saying? Your hairstyle is out of town. Man, speaking of that, before we go and jump into Ashley, how important is your hairstylist?
Very important. You know, like she got to keep me.
Oh my gosh, these black women, you know, it's important.
And my makeup artist, you know,
you gotta be on point.
They gotta be on point.
Sure.
I do my own hair, and if I don't, my mother do.
It's really a family thing, okay?
Yeah, literally. But
that's
if
dope.
the makeup artist, of course, has to be on point every time.
Right. Miss Kiki, you working on any projects right now? What you working
Absolutely. We just did a single release party.
I
was talking to Miss Kiki. She wasn't talking to
that wasn't even funny. He's so old, yo. He's so old, yo.
Can we let her answer the question?
Charlamagne. So
yes, we just did a listening party that was, you know, it exceeded my expectations. Very, very happy about the turnout. People love the music, and now, you know, we just finally, picked the first single.
Okay.
The EP, the body of work that we have about 25 songs that we're gonna have to narrow down and pick for the actual EP, but it's filled with Grammy nominated and winning producers and songwriters, and I'm just super, super blessed. We're blessed.
I get it now.
Shout out to Duke for DJing the party.
Shout out to Duke for DJing the
I ain't gonna lie.
Amazing job.
And now I get it, because you know I don't be thinking until I walk into the party, right? So I got the music like 25, so I'm like, damn. I'm like, let me tell you shit is this. Now I get it. Yeah. Okay, that's why we got the feedback for every song.
So we know what people
okay, yo, I ain't fucking me up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
old school.
Pro on here, and Pro up. I'm like, yo, damn, what's going on? Yeah, I'm like, this is different.
And it's so crazy is because the way I wanted this listening party to go was the listening parties that I've been to with the Brian Michael Coxes and the
I like it though. That's why I say it's different.
You know,
I never
come and they
that.
just play a body of work,
right?
It's not necessarily the actual.
I like that though. I'm
gonna
take that.
You know, so that's what made me think to kind of cultivate it in that
way. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question though, right? So now I don't know. Did y'all write down? Yeah. Or do y'all remember what song everybody talked about?
I had somebody write them down.
I had people actually send me their list.
So what do you? I didn't know. I'm the DJ. I didn't. The whole Crow. Did you know that? I don't think the whole did either. So
shout out to Crow too.
Right.
Yeah, we both was.
So you gonna pick what, like 12?
Well, so what we're gonna do is this. It's gonna be a 4 single release first.
Okay.
4 singles, 4 visuals. And then we're gonna repackage the body of work, and it probably
I ain't voting on mine.
It's gonna be about 8 records
for
the EP, because we got a big situation. It's for the bigger.
I gotta go back.
I gotta go back. We watching. We back full effect.
Okay. We need to do it again. I gotta. Me and Knowledge do it again.
And you know the album release gotta come too.
Y'all took the music.
I gotta give it back.
Yeah, I gotta save it. That says I know celebrity stuff. I know. I know. I'm getting there. So basically, she had a listening party. I thought it was a release party. So if yours coming up, it'd be more of a release party.
Yeah.
Not a listening party.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm sorry, I wasn't on point as a DJ. I was like, still book me though. Still book me. So listen, this is part of the show that I really like, that I gotta start paying more attention to with the diabetes stuff I'm going through, the natural herbs and stuff like that.
Yeah, the reality
that
recycle.
You really have to start paying attention to, dude.
It takes a village. That's what the doctor said. The doctor said to all y'all. That's what the doctor said. So you know what I'm saying? They just
you gotta listen though.
You is
okay.
Right.
That's what's important. You
What's
gain the knowledge. What you doing with it?
What's the remedy for the day?
The remedy for today is our survival. All right. So good morning. Good afternoon, my kings and queens. It's your girl, AJ the Bunny. The time has come again for your Remedy 10 here on the DJ Booth Radio Show, live each and every Wednesday, bringing you a remedy for 10. Now, I want to talk about survival gardens. Most people like to grow plants that look good as well as some that taste good. But when you're doing a survival garden, your goal is literally to survive. Every plant in your garden should have a use that reflects the goal. Of course, it's a given that you'll need veggies for survival. They're diverse and provide a lot of nutrition. But your kids will rebel, and so will you if you are facing a zombie apocalypse with nothing more than squash and potatoes. Plus, you'll need vitamin C. So add in some fruit for your pandemic pantry too. Don't forget herbs for flavor and possible medicinal uses. Small space gardeners shouldn't panic. Both hanging and freestanding containers can hold a surprising amount of material. Grow bags are perfect for those precious potatoes, for instance. If you have a yard, you're in luck. Raised beds are great options, but you can plant directly in the ground too. Here in Maryland, I would not do that. Plant locations for climbing plants that need to be trellised first, then determine where larger plants will need to be. Fill the remainder of your survival garden space with shorter plants. If you have leafy greens, those will love the shade provided by taller plants. Now, let me stress something. Grow food that you will eat. So, 4 of the important foods that you should have in your survival garden. Number 1 is beans. What you get with beans is a lot of nutritionally dense material in a small package. They can be grown in both bush or pole farms, so you can grow them in multiple ways. The seeds are protein dense and the edible pie varieties are great. The next thing is mint. I talk about it a lot because I make tea with my mint, an easy to grow herb that spreads when planted. It can be used refreshing drinks and also for medicinal purposes. It is definitely a must in the garden. I love growing mint. It also helps keep rodents away from your garden. Potato growing is easy in an urban setting too. Plant your potatoes in 5-gallon buckets or grow bags. When the tops yellow and die down, you'll find a container that's jam-packed with delicious roots that are ready to harvest. And along with being a good carbohydrate source, they'll also jam with potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. Last but not least is kale. I grow kale year round. It's very, very cold tolerant and often tastes sweeter once touched by a kiss of frost. It may all become more bitter during the height of the summer, although consistent watering will reduce the bitter taste, but it has earned its name as a superfood. I prefer Lacinatal kale, sometimes called dinosaur kale. It's easy to work into soups and stews, tasty and tender once cooked, and makes a great green side dish to go with other meals. But don't pass by the red Russian kale or other varieties with crinkled leaves. Those taste just as good and can be really beautiful in the garden. Don't forget to get ready for the pickings of the herbs of your city has to offer, like dandelion, which is growing up now, guys. You can go and pick this weed up and dry it out in a brown paper bag, and it's medicinal. You can make a tea out of it, you can make coffee out of it, and you can heal your body and also abrasions, eczema, and all of that good stuff. So I hope you guys took notes, because that's all I have for the Royal Castle today. Join me next week for the Remedy 10 here, and go and follow us at Reality Recycle on IG, Facebook, YouTube, and AJ the Bunny 21 on TikTok for all your holistic health and DIY tips. Get into our Double R Healing Herbal Healing Collection. Don't forget to put shopcivilross.com in your web browser. Be kind and honest. Teach each other and learn from your mistakes. Love your family. And don't forget to check out the Double R directory coming soon. Send an email to inquire at double.r.directory@gmail.com. And that's all I got for you guys. I love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very informative.
And I think something I had to say, I appreciate that, because I've been hearing you got it right now. Start storing up on your non-perishables and learning how to garden, because they got plants and They said it's gonna be a food shortage coming up real
I heard
soon.
it.
Very,
And
very
I was
soon.
told this years ago by a minister,
Okay.
and I thought it was a joke. So no disrespect, I did get a box.
Yeah.
You know, told, and people thought it was crazy. And it's in the studio right
I
now.
understand.
It's like canned
Yeah.
goods, you know, like
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
And they was
yeah.
like, yo, what is your prison box doing? I said, somebody told me y'all gonna
Yeah.
hitting my noodles in my
Yeah. And get to know your growers, get to know people in your community, get to know your friends that grow. It's very important. If something happened, you need something run out, you know who you can go to and what they have. And it's very important for your health when things. Imagine something going around. We can't go to a hospital. You ever seen that episode? I mean, the show Zoo about the animals. Like, let's just imagine that something happens and it's like a natural disaster. Let's say we can't get in a hospital. What you gonna do for an antibiotic?
Get it.
What you gonna do? Like,
So it
you can't
depends,
get to the hospital. You're stuck in your house.
Okay.
Something outside is gonna like kill you.
Oh,
it's going
got
to
you
fuck
saying.
you up. Right.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Put some duct tape on it.
That was okay. You made it.
Well,
I
thanks.
mean,
I
that was
appreciate
it was. But like seriously, what you gonna do? You need to know what to have in your
Right.
house.
Yeah, you're right.
Seriously.
You're right.
So
You're right.
I bought some seeds.
I thought it was
Alright.
a weed. I thought like a
You
niche
thought it was
strain or
weed?
something.
Yeah.
I don't smoke. So I don't know about that shit. I was trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Like, I was like,
alright.
what type of weed is this? I didn't know what type of weed this was.
Right, yeah, coming up at it like that. I don't want that shit.
I do have one question because I know we got a busy show. But was Will wrong? Let's start with
Oh my god.
Will
Why
Smith?
we got stuck with me?
Yeah.
what's Will wrong? You setting the tone.
I don't think he was wrong at all whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Chime in, ladies and gentlemen. How about you?
You know,
Now you might
media training.
Right. I'm about to say, right.
This is Arista all day long because I'm like that media training definitely kicks in as an artist. Because you know I'm on the fence. I'm gonna say I'm on the fence because you know, as grown people, we definitely need to know how to keep our emotions intact and do, you know, not act on emotion and not act on certain things that we feel and that we think, you know. Just like if you have a job interview, you're not going to go there and just say anything or do anything. You know, you're going to act and carry yourself in a specific way. So I feel like that's the first thing. This is why I'm on the fence. So that's the root of it. And but at the same time, you know, I understand, you know, Will's position and how he felt. It was a trigger for him.
Right. It's like I was stuff.
When we have triggers, sometimes them triggers can take over everything. And that's why and that's why the other person on the other end has to be careful to be kind and to be forthright, because you know, you never know how you can trigger somebody. And you know, you might be on the floor one day. You know what I'm saying? So
no comment.
I don't have a comment. I don't feel no type of way about it. It don't get my attention. So I don't really have a comment.
The whole thing didn't get your attention, like wasn't nothing.
I watched the Oscars.
Right.
I was watching for a whole nother purpose. Was Smiles for Speech, my cousin's
Congrats.
organization,
Congrats.
Regina Hall.
That's amazing.
Congrats. But I have no comment about Will and Chris. We see this shit every day, B. Like, you feel me? Like,
I knew the New York was coming out.
What's the difference?
Right. Niggas
between
get slapped
TV?
every day, B.
I see somebody get slapped before the Oscars. You feel me? In the store for playing with the attendant.
That was probably the best of the year. That was good right
I just feel like
that was good right there. That was good. Now, what's your thoughts on that?
I just don't like the timing of it. I just don't. I think he could have waited. I think he could have waited and then checked him to the side behind stage or something, like man to man, like yo.
Yeah, I think
I ain't
that
like
too,
what you
though.
did.
I think I remember because at the end of it, he yelled like, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." You should do that first.
I mean, that's why I said
right.
That's what I'm saying about triggers. About you can tell it was a real trigger and it was something bigger and deeper than Chris, than Jada, than everything, because it was pretty bizarre.
Do y'all think this? Because you think that he already had that he wanted to smack Shelby right before. I think he was sitting there. So he wanted. I don't know. So
I'm just speculating here because these are just things that I've heard.
Yeah,
this is not facts, right? These are not facts. that he had already addressed Chris Rock before about his wife or about coming out his mouth with stuff. And so again, Chris did it again, and it was like, bruh, like if you watch it, you saw him chuckle a little bit, like, but then I think when he saw Jada's response, it was more like, oh, I gotta do something for my family, for my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then
like,
they keep going at him about arguing. It's like, yo, they have an open marriage. It is what it is. You can't be mad at that.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
well,
man.
guess what? Known fact, his Chris Rock tickets was like something.
I know it's like
starting
$700. Heard it's crazy.
Starting at a certain price, and now since the slap,
Chris Rock kind of funny though.
They went up.
$100. So
somebody else said that too.
Just did you hear me? Let me bring it back.
I think $750.
Somebody else said that.
It was low before the slap.
Right.
That you talking about?
Right. Somebody else said that too.
I don't.
Said that too. Like it might be staged.
I was about to say I don't think it's
not staged, but I'm just saying like. Come on, like
I think it was gangster. I think Will just did some rush.
I mean, it was definitely
Philly just tuned in. Shout out to Wild Tuna. Just tuned in. Appreciate y'all. But
on a gangster
really
level, it was
like
a 10. I give them that. On a gangster level, it was a 10.
They've been calling them corny for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta earn your respect eventually. If that didn't teach you anything, I mean, you don't gotta be violent. But how far do you allow a person to keep making you feel like you don't know your worth?
Yeah, no, he's from Philly.
You gotta be like,
even for shout out.
Yeah. And he did some pimp shit. He ain't hit him with a close fist.
Hip-hop's in 1987. Hip-hop's in 1987 on the second.
Put some respect on my name.
He didn't really hurt. I think it hurt him. But he took
You think it hurt Chris?
Yeah. My man got a check.
Oh, he ate it.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
But then you see the meme when he was like, yo, Will, that wasn't enough. Tupac would have shot him.
Yeah.
He can't win. The nigga can't win.
Yeah, you know people was crazy. You know people was crazy. The internet eating that shit up.
Well, I'm gonna go back, start with you on the spot again. How would you feel if your man defended your honor like that? What you because Jada ain't say nothing. She ain't say damn.
I don't think she had to. Honestly, I don't think she had to. I think he did what anybody should do, because she obviously was uncomfortable, and he was talking about her a couple years ago at the Oscars again, because when they boycotted it. So it's like, again, I feel like it was something behind the scenes too. It wasn't just that just triggered her. And it was about her hair. So it's like, that's why
it's baldness.
That's real.
It don't matter what the joke is.
It's real. Some people allow it.
Alopecia, you can't go in.
No, it's baldness. You got like spotted baldness.
Oh, spotted. So that's why you just go.
They said they had many nights where she was going through hard times.
Yeah.
Black women had.
Black women
she just
had.
opened up she just opened up about it. So it's just like anything like that. I don't feel like the joke was necessary. He could have said anything else.
Yeah, slap.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And then Will walked away and fixed his suit and said,
he had a party.
That was one of them like,
he had a party.
You know what? I'm gonna say something. When I was married very, very young, and my ex-husband, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He was in the Tupac Outlaws. His name was Napoleon.
Okay.
And before he changed his life over and became Muslim and stuff, he was a hothead. He was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and I had a situation that was similar to that where, you know, he did the same thing. And I remember being young, because he was such a hothead, I was actually upset. And I felt like he just was doing too much. And
not
I
like
felt
he protected you.
Yeah, not like he was. I felt like it was about him and his ego. I didn't really feel like it was about him protecting me. I felt, you know, I just felt like it was just too much. You know what I mean? So I guess it's a way that you do it too. And depending on the type of person you are and your psyche and where you are, you know, I feel like with Will, it was definitely some stuff that was being triggered with him. But, you know, I feel like deep down, it was also about, you know, defending his wife.
And he just I mean, but then he said he messed with Chris Rock. Jada supposed to mess with one of Chris Rock's friends. There's a lot of different stories going on there.
Well, I mean, especially if you're talking about the alopecia situation, you know, a lot of people, period, like that go through alopecia, they are very sensitive, especially women, because she's used to having the hairstyle and this and the third, and for her to be losing her hair,
was funny though.
It's very traumatic.
And she talked about when she embraced the fact that she was going to go straight low cut, because she was wrapping it up for a while after not wearing weaves and braids and things like that any longer because she was trying to cope with letting go of all of that and being secure with herself. So when a woman gets to a point where they don't need everything else around them to make them feel good and to feel beautiful inside, honestly, I feel like you said, how you felt when, even though it's a possibility that Will was going through some things, it's a possibility that she also felt like that was too much, because at the end of the day, even though she made the face that she made, it was like, come on, Chris, like you're doing too much. But now for you to get up and do this, now both of y'all doing too much. Like,
see, I gotta say something. We gotta go. We got 5 minutes. I just only put a couple fellas in, right? But why you can't? I don't see. I think he was. That's my mind. It's not a battle of the sexes. Shout out to TD Vogue show. The battle of the sexes was really nice. Culture All Center. Right. Really, it was really nice. Shout out to Rennie was there. It was Paula Camp. It was crazy. But I'm saying is, I just feel like women try to tell men everything. You try to tell them women can be aggressive. Women can defend your honor. Hell, I can defend your honor. Like, what do you mean? He said something about my wife. What do you mean? Like, I don't think he was wrong. I think he could have did something better.
Like I said, I have no comment.
I know, because we always go back and forth. I don't want no problem. Actually, you know what? We can break this whole thing down and actually have a discussion about the slapping.
It's just, but you know what? No, seriously. That is a conversation that needs to be had for the generation today, because it's not about a slap. It's about, I'm rolling up on you. No one gets a chance to really talk. I feel like if people have a platform to get out their issues ahead of time, then you're talking about it, then it's not, you don't have a build up, because some people dealing with stuff, they was taught not to talk about it.
We were taught that growing up.
So, and then when people make jokes about certain things, like, then it could be another person that could be on Chris Rock's side, that now he's like, oh, I'm going to be like this, or I'm not going to do that. You're altering a person of who they
I totally agree. I go to my other point. So I watched stuff. I forgot the name of, like, Nightfall, like Medieval Time stuff. I watched all that type of stuff. So somebody can, like, last kid, where they can just kill you in the middle of the street. You say, oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. So you mess with Uche, he might kill you.
Respect, right?
He's
a savage. Don't play with me. Don't play with my family. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody.
They probably lost.
At the end of the day, it's like, yo, like,
so they lost that. We gotta tell them what's going on.
Please.
So back in the day, these are people fighting with the swords. So you say something or say something against, he killed the dude, said something about his wife.
Back in
the dude says, he said something about his wife. He said, what?
When the Romans
it was respect. And then I can go to savage, because then, like, men, right?
No, but he gave him a choice to die. He said, now I must die with honor.
So I think everything is different. Yeah, I think we should go back to them time. Even with this, I know it's off topic, but we're being a busy man, being working. If you're like back in the day, a man might be gone for BC time for 2-3 months, get food and fight. Now, a dude gone for 6-7 hours is like, it's a problem. I know this is all. The reason why I'm saying it is somebody in my comments asking me, somebody saying something about somebody being busy. So my answer to you being busy is that you have to learn how to deal with your relationship. So if you deal with a busy man, you have to learn how to cope with a busy woman.
But guess what they was doing back then, though? Guess what they was doing back then?
I'm gonna ask you a question.
They was sending like little eagles and little messengers to communicate with their wives. And
the eagles these days is different.
Technology, man.
Y'all make me mess up. Y'all don't get me in trouble. I'm not asking no more dread. I'm not asking no more questions. But then we gotta get out of here. But all right, so what's next? What's next time?
Yes, the album is coming April 16th, To Whom This May Concern.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you.
April 16th. That's Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in New York. That's Easter weekend.
Okay.
Tell me your hometown, New York.
Yeah.
Say New York.
No.
You from Brooklyn?
No.
Where you from Harlem?
No.
Shout out to Jim Jones. Charlie Clips. I go on. So what's next? What you got next?
I do want to say I have a show coming up at the Civil on Charles Street.
TV Biddy.
Yes.
TV Biddy, what up?
Yeah,
definitely. That's my man.
On April 15th at 8 p.m. $10 at the door. You know, y'all can come out and support. I'm going to be doing a 6-song set.
Actually, I am back in town. I might come back in town.
Yeah, single coming out in April. Yeah. Single with video coming out in April, and then following up with 3 other singles, and then the EP.
So you got any? I'm gonna ask you. You got any guest features on that?
Features? Not any features. It's basically just me. Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? No, my boy Marcus Candy.
Marcus Canty.
you got.
I'm sorry.
I'm a huge fan.
He's part of the home front.
Huge fan.
Yes.
Never met him. Never met him. I'm a huge fan.
He's on the home.
Yeah, shout out to Ron Lee. He told me about him.
Yeah.
So how about you? Got any features on your
I
project?
do have features. I have Yana Maria, one
Okay.
of my closest friends.
Oh, with Tony Austin doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had that. That's my aunt too.
So I have Yana Maria on there. I have Montage, and I have Slick
That's
Man.
family. Holy Shalom, so flooded.
Yep.
Yes, you
I'm
got some
excited.
Baltimore town on.
I
it.
do.
But
I do.
I talked to Tony. He was saying that she took a break from music too. So that's
She
good
did.
that she came back.
Did. Yeah, she coming back.
Yeah, shout out to her. She was
Definitely.
one of our first artists that did our showcase.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a first. It's like a we going.
Everything
Like
coming
every
circle.
year.
Everything
Now,
coming
have you ever
circle.
thought about being an artist now?
Yes, sir. I
What
actually
happened?
am an artist. I have a single out.
Okay, I have 42
I have-
songs.
I
I'm
have
not
a
an
single
artist
out.
though.
I am an artist.
Well, you made all 42
You're an
of
artist.
them.
You're an artist. A
I'm
DJ
not.
is an
Well,
artist.
Well, I haven't got my
That's
money
right.
yet, but that's another story.
DJ is
Anyway,
DJ is an
I'm about
artist.
5 years now.
Y'all
You take care of the business.
DJ is an
See,
artist.
this is serious though. This is
It's the
serious.
banter for
I want
me.
you to tell the world why I
He's a
haven't
natural
received a check.
hater. Duke
I'm
is a
not
natural
hating. I'm
hater.
just saying. Make sure I go
This is
download
my oldest
DJ
son.
Duke,
Don't
the
worry
album.
about it.
Go download my album, please. Stream all my songs. Me and Tyler we got to do a song together. I want to do a song with you. We got to do a song together.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, Knowledge is not doing the business. Someone else is going to do the business.
Wow.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Yes, sir.
So now what you got coming up?
Well, actually, I haven't spoke on this much, but I'm actually associate producer for the next installment of The Wiz.
Good, congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks.
so good.
Yeah, so you talking about theater and
Yeah.
acting, and so like, yeah, I've
Nice.
casted a few young ladies
Yeah.
from the
Okay.
Baltimore scene
That's dope.
to
Nice.
be some of the main
For
characters
the play or
for the play.
okay.
So yeah, it's we're still in the beginning stages right now. We haven't gotten basically approved for the budget yet, but I think
Right.
we're a strong go.
Mug.
Nice,
Do the ball
nice.
mug. Do the mug. He moving east, y'all. That's why.
So, but I invite.
That's why he do that.
Yeah, he not moving.
It's I mean, just to give you a little bit of it, it's an all-female cast. The executive producer is Connie Johnson.
Hey.
And so like, I mean, hey, it's room for people to be involved. You know, like you said, you mentioned theater. Like, we would probably love to have you come and just talk to the girls,
Oh, yeah,
give some
absolutely.
training, maybe some
Dope.
coaching, or just support.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
love to.
Because it's going to be a big deal. Like, I'm not even going to say the names of people that's been coming through and
Yeah.
talking and involved and interested, but that's what I'm working on. Probably
I'm
going to
available.
premiere
I'm
in
available now.
Yeah.
2020.
You don't invite me out. You invite me?
What you gonna do?
I feel a certain type of way about that. A lot
Bro,
of things you do don't.
So
invite
you
me out.
didn't listen to what I
lot of things you
said
don't
to you
do.
a couple weeks ago. I said, Duke, I might have something for you, but I can't tell you just yet.
That makes no sense. That's
It
what
is.
that's what-
It makes
It's
sense.
like,
That's
just
what a
be
girl
on-
did. I
just
want to
be
talk to you
ready.
about something when you get home.
Just
No,
Tell me now.
no, just be ready. If
Just
you
be
know you're the
ready.
first person I'm gonna call if I need a DJ.
I don't know no more. I don't-
Okay.
That's the problem. I'm confused.
Anyway,
Well, I'm available
we looking at
now,
premiering
See,
at
New Yorkers, they always just jump in.
we looking at premiering probably 2024. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
premiere in Baltimore.
Oh, so it's a couple
It may
years
go
out.
to DC and then it's going to finish up in Radio City Music Hall in New
Okay.
York.
That's major. New York,
Mhm.
go home.
Nice.
What we
So-
at? So tonight, what's the day? Today's Wednesday. Today I'm in the Wizards game tonight. So make sure y'all come to the Wizards game. Playing Orlando Magic. So I'll be down there tonight. Then I got showcase back in Baltimore tonight at 10.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, ladies' night, club exclusive. I'm trying to see if I can get these celebrities to come out. You killed exclusive last week. They couldn't even get in the door, so that was just crazy. Hopefully we get the superstar. See that pink
Absolutely.
Bentley outside? That's our Bentley. Right
Oh my
there.
God.
That's a joke. All right, so now we got that ladies' night. I got more in town for that. Friday Philly. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you on that Saturday back at Macy's again. Next phase
Mhm.
Sunday Club downtown. So if you got any questions, concern, get your tickets now. We're gonna have a good time this week. We're gonna party, all that
Yeah.
good stuff. Shout out.
Shout out to all the
Team in the
Aries,
building.
man. Shout out to Aries. It's Aries season.
Yeah, it is.
It is
Oh,
Aries
my son
season.
Aries, the 12th.
Come
So I
on,
can't
man.
eat
Don't
crack.
disrespect. Don't
I
disrespect.
can't eat crack.
Yeah, Young Duke. Shout out to Young Duke,
Yo,
man.
when your
Aries,
birthday?
man.
When your birthday? The 15th?
April the 8th, bro.
Hey,
April the
what
8th.
day of the week is that?
It's a Friday. Next
Hey,
Friday.
Snap,
All right, all right.
Snap what
That's
you
right.
doing,
We gotta do something, yo.
darling.
We gotta
I
do
might
something.
hang out Friday night. You know, I got work Saturday morning, so it ain't like back in the day when you like, fuck it, I ain't
He
going
might
to work.
come in. He might come in, sir. No, oh yes, they definitely shout out to Olive. I just do a new deal with Olive Branch every Tuesday night. So that's gonna be
Okay,
great.
the one out
Yes, I'll
Vice
treat
Town
you every
Road.
for your birthday. You can get my free meal.
You gonna
They
give
got
me
no
a free
DJ.
meal?
You get my free
You
meal.
gonna treat me?
DJ free.
What?
Is that I know we gotta go. Is that really still treating for somebody's birthday? If you already get a free meal
and you give it to them,
you give it
that's
to
not
them,
treating.
That's not
as a women, as women, do y'all don't feel
That's
like
not treating, right?
yo, that's crazy. I went out like literally, and I'm like, all right, well,
Duke is the cheapest DJ you'll ever meet.
that's-
He don't even tip. He
unreal.
does not believe in
another,
tipping
that's
people.
another, come on, we ain't got enough time.
Oh, you ain't got no time.
You know?
Oh,
Do you tip your
man.
head and y'all tip her?
You supposed
You
to
have
tip
to?
everybody.
It's
Yes.
good etiquette. Like,
Yeah.
You don't
what's
have
wrong
that
with
tip.
you?
Yes.
That's like coming to somebody's house, warm and party with nothing.
It happens. People struggling.
Well, why you come?
They struggling. So if I go to Ruth Chris, we go to Ruth Chris, I gotta pay for the meal in the tip.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't.
We're gonna talk. We gotta go. We already over. We definitely got. We definitely in trouble on this one.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Peace out.
DJ Booth
DJ Booth Radio Show. Peace.
2, 3.
Man, Duke the cheapest DJ you ever met.
There we go.
Damn.
I don't get paid enough. Man. I don't
Like-
get paid enough.